My acne went from this to this in a month and a half. These kinds of videos used to really piss me off because I was so down bad with my acne that I would try anything, and then I would end up overhauling my whole routine only to find that like I don't have the same kind of acne as that person. Mine's not fungal. You know, if you're here, you know. I was on birth control, I did Accutane, I did spironolactone, I tried eliminating all endocrine disruptors and toxins and going like fully clean with my routine. Nothing helped. So I recently went to an esthetician and I was like, I need help, dude. And he was so great. He was like, honestly, your skincare looks pretty good. We're gonna change out a few pieces and you need to eliminate the pore cloggers from your makeup and your hair care. And I was like, okay, doc. Here are the products that worked for me. When I became a client at his practice, it's really small. I think they have like 2 locations in the Bay. I got access to their pore clogger kind of like checklist and also all of their recommendations for every kind of makeup, every kind of skincare, every kind of hair care, everything. Lots of which could be found in the drugstore. So we had our appointment. He gave me my protocol. And then there were like a few pieces I had to get at Target afterwards. Everything is non-pore clogging, and that's the biggest piece to pay attention to. I also run all of the products, including the makeup products I bought, through 2 other pore clogging checklists. One is Biba Los Angeles. She's like an esthetician and she has a free one online. And then Clear Stem Skincare has one too. And I just wanted to, you know, double, triple check that I wasn't buying anything that I would then have to throw out a few days later when I found out that it had pore cloggers. I'm gonna start with my nighttime routine. Okay, I start with Vanicream Gentle Facial Cleanser. Easy, good. I feel like you hear so many people talk about it. Then I'll put on a thin layer of a water-based cream. Someone recommended it on TikTok and I saw it in the store and tried it, and there are no pore cloggers and I just really like the texture. Next, I started Benzoyl Peroxide. When he first suggested this, I was like, God, that's the shit I would use when I was a teenager. I thought the like mid-20s equivalent was retinols, retinoids, tretinoin, AHA, BHA, that kind of thing. He was like, you don't need any of that. And he had a whole protocol for how to go about integrating benzoyl peroxide into my routine. I'm the type to be like, fuck the protocol, but I actually heeded his advice. And did it slowly, which I think was crucial in this working for me. It started with me applying it and leaving it on for 30 minutes every night and then washing it off. And then the next week, yes, next week, I left it on for an hour. It might have been 15 minutes for a week, then 30 minutes for a week, then an hour for a week. I can't remember. Okay, left it on for an hour, washed it off, and then I was able to use this nightly. I was really afraid of benzoyl peroxide because it can stain your clothes and stain your towels. Just make sure you wash your hands really well and it won't be an issue. And go to bed when it's dried on your face. I've been fine. This one is 2.8%. Do not start with 5 or 10%. Start low. It actually helps. All the bumps on my forehead are gone. This stuff's great. This is the one he gave me from their office. I'm pretty sure you can use any benzoyl peroxide that you find in the drugstore. And lastly, he said you can use a moisturizer if you need to, which felt like a challenge, but I was like, yeah, I do need a moisturizer. So I got the Vanicream one. Oh, and I'm a self-tan girly. So this Clairins one has no pore cloggers. My Tan Luxe, sadly, I had to part with. This isn't as good as Tan Luxe, but it doesn't clog my pores. Can't win them all. Okay, in the morning, I was told to wash my face off. I do that every now and then. I don't do it consistently because I don't want to strip my skin. I'm sure he wouldn't lead me astray, but I am wary. So sometimes I'll wash my face in the morning. I was using Lissy skincare. I found her through TikTok. It's a Mandelic serum, 5%. He at first was like, you need pharmaceutical grade, but then he looked online at the ingredients and like the details on her website and was like, oh, this seems to have the right breakdown of Mandelic and some other kind. I don't know. He was like, if they're using the right kind, which would be surprising, this is great. So I don't know. I liked it a lot and I'll probably return. I've been using 5% Mandelic from his line. I really think as long as you get it either from an esthetician's office or it seems like Lissy is a good option, you'll be fine. And use it in the morning, which I didn't know. Next, sunscreen. This is my favorite part of my routine. Oh no, I forgot. I also use rose water at night before I put on anything after washing my face. And I use rose water in the morning. You want to get a rose water that is basically just rose water. There are some in the market that add other stuff in. Just get one that is pure rose water. Back to sunscreen. This is my moisturizer. This is a physical and chemical sunscreen, he said, which I don't know much about all that. I just know that it smells nice and that makes me want to put it on every day, which is critical, especially since we're using exfoliants. Next, check your toothpaste to see if it has sodium lauryl sulfate in it or coconut oil. There are other pore cloggers that can appear in toothpaste, but I was really disappointed that my clean toothpaste, I think it was Boca something, had coconut oil. And he said it actually does matter because it'll dribble down onto your chin and then there will be a film left on your mouth and like around your mouth from the coconut oil. So if you're acne prone, you gotta say goodbye to it. This David's one is good. It's not as good as my Boca, but it's fine. Okay, next up is hair care, which is actually pretty thrilling to me because I've been wearing my hair natural because of these products, and that's not super common for me. It tames the beast really well. This is from Seen, S-E-E-N. This is their shampoo and conditioner. And then here's the blowout cream, which I just use to kind of like scrunch my curls, and the magic serum. And none of these products have pore cloggers in them. They have a line that's unscented, and then they also have a line that has some kind of scent, but it's not like added fragrance. And then in terms of body wash, I use the Roche-Posay Hydrating Gentle Cleanser, and that's just like a good one. And I use this in the shower. Lastly, 2 years ago, my New Year's resolution was to use body lotion after the shower. It's just not part of my routine. I'm not that great about it. This one's fine. It doesn't have pore cloggers. It was on their list of like recommended drugstore products. That's it.